Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning after Easter weekend, so I hope you guys had an incredible weekend with your family, and I am just going to dive in and get started. I have a lot of information that I want to cover, and I want to try to get through it in less than 30 minutes just to ensure that you guys are making the best use of your time so you can get out there and invite. Hi, some people are joining. Awesome. So I am going good morning, Julie. Welcome. Give me just a second. I'm pulling up my notes because my computer decided to die. Okay. So we are talking about inviting to the coach opportunity today, recruiting. And this is my favorite topic. It's the one that I love the most. And I will tell you, it was also the one that I was most fearful of when I got started as a coach. So first, when you get started with coach opportunity, thinking recruiting, we want to talk a little bit about mindset to begin with. And I have a couple topics I want to go through. So first, I want you guys to write down these questions. I want you to answer them. I want you to use them when posting to social media. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lisa. Are you thankful you were given this opportunity? How has it changed your life? For me, when I got started as a coach, I am the person that my coach probably wouldn't have thought to invite. I was already in shape. I was training for an Ironman triathlon. You would think that I didn't need fitness in my life. I was a financial advisor. You would think that I didn't need extra income. I would be the last person that you would invite. And I know you guys have people on your lists right now that you are judging and thinking that they don't need this opportunity. And I was the person that was struggling so hard on the inside. I was depressed because I didn't like my job. I was looking for something more. I was looking for how could I make fitness my business? How could I make fitness my income? And the reason why I was searching for that was because fitness had helped me overcome depression. I was suicidal to the point that I had to call my mom, and she came down and stayed with me in college because she was afraid I was going to take my life. Fitness and nutrition brought me out of that. Nobody would have known that story. I wasn't a coach. I wasn't out there telling people that story. I was embarrassed to share that story. I didn't want people to know that I had been that low. And so I was so thankful that my coach invited me. But when she invited me to the coach opportunity, I didn't respond. And it's not that I wasn't interested. I was excited. I was really excited about this opportunity, but I also didn't know that it was the solution I had been searching for. I was like, oh, I'm really busy. We're all busy. I'll get to that. I left it unread in my inbox. And I thought, when I'm not busy, when life comes unbusy, I'll read that email and I'll get back to her. Time went on. I didn't read it. She followed up with me. I still didn't answer her emails. Like, I'm so busy. I'll get to it later. She followed up with me again. And when she followed up with me again, she said to me, can we get on the phone and connect? My computer went away. I'm trying to get my notes back. And when she said that, I was like, oh yeah, definitely. And that forced me to schedule time out to get on the phone with her. So I'm going to give you a lot of tips today, but all of it comes back to how I got started as a coach and why I got started as a coach. And I want you guys to understand that there are people out there who on the outside look like they have it all together. I looked like I would be the last person that would say yes to this coaching opportunity. I didn't need fitness. It looked like I didn't need income. I was struggling financially. I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I was depressed in my job and wanting more out of life. So how has this opportunity changed your life? Do not hold someone else's future in your mouth. It pains me to think that if my coach didn't invite me to this coach opportunity, I would still be stuck in the financial industry waiting for the weekends, spending 75% of my life wishing it away. Wishing it away. That's what a lot of people do. That's what most of society does. They spend 75% of their life waiting for Fridays, waiting for the weekends. That is too much of our life to be out there not living it. And this opportunity gave me the option to have time freedom, financial freedom, to do something I love and that I'm passionate about, to work on my fitness, to get even more fit, to have accountability to that, and to give that back to other people. Why wouldn't we share this opportunity? So how has it changed your life? What do you envision for your future? Share that. Lindsay Matway just joined, and I remember as a new coach seeing her shout out that she was going to be a top coach, or I don't even remember, but she was shouting out her goals, and she said, I haven't even accomplished it yet, but I'm putting it out there for accountability. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is so inspiring. It didn't matter that she hadn't accomplished it yet. Of course she did. She crushed it. But she put it out there. You guys need to put your future, what you envision for your future out there. When I was a brand new coach, the thing that I shared with people was my past story, where I had been, why I was so excited now that I had the coach opportunity, and where I was going in the future with this. I didn't know that I was going to be successful. I didn't have any success to speak of. I had earned $0, but I shared where I was now, why this opportunity was so exciting, and why I was so pumped about it and fired up about it, and my future, envisioning my future and where I was going to go, and having confidence that I was going to be here in 4 years. I say 4. Everyone says 1. Why do I say 4? Because we give our life to building someone else's dream, right? When I went and I got my college degree, I went in debt $100,000 to get my college degree. I also worked my butt off for 4 years, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, going to class, studying, to go in debt, to graduate to first year out of college to make 30 grand. I didn't even break even with 5 years, 4 years college degree, 1 year out of college. I didn't even break even, guys. This opportunity is insane. This opportunity is a huge gift. And the reason why is because in 5 years of coaching, when I got started as a coach, I said, I'm going to treat this like my degree. I'm going to treat this like a college degree. Maybe you didn't go to college. Treat it like your job. Treat it like your job. We know how to show up for a boss. We know how to show up for someone else's dreams. Now let's give our dreams the same amount of time, energy, and effort. The next thing that you need to do with this mindset of how has coaching changed your life is share it on social media daily. I share coaching every single day, at least once a day, to my social media. It doesn't have to be in your face, join me, join my team. Don't do that. Share your story. Tell your story. If you need help learning how to tell your story, go listen to Shailene Johnson's National Wake Up Call from 2 weeks ago. It's incredible. It goes through telling your story. Tell your story about coaching, where you were in the past, where you are now, where you're going in your future. You have to have confidence in where you're going to be in your future with this opportunity, and people will join you because of that confidence. So you have to share daily how this coaching opportunity has changed your life. Maybe it's the community. Maybe it's the support. Maybe it's the fitness. Maybe it's the income. Maybe it's being surrounded by people who are living life at a higher game than you. We are who we surround ourselves with. How incredible that you get this opportunity to be in this group, to surround yourself with 9 superstar diamond coaches. Guys, we all started out just like you. Brand new coaches, not knowing what we're doing, but we all had one thing in common. We all believed in our ability to figure it out. So every single day you share this coach opportunity with enthusiasm, because it can change someone else's life in the same way that it's changed yours, and in many other ways that you have yet to even experience that it can change your life. And if my coach didn't invite me, I'd still be stuck. So next up, when it comes to inviting to the coach opportunity, who do you invite? If you've read Get Over Your Damn Self, incredible book. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. But your chicken list or your dream team list, that is a great place to start. Go through those people that you would never think to invite. And here is why. Because I have a coach on my team right now, and she's probably watching this. Maybe she's not. Jessie Olson. And she goes, Chrissy, there's this girl. She's on my dream team list. And I was just so chicken to invite her. And Jessie's been a coach for 3 years. She did not invite this girl to join the coach opportunity. The girl is now in another network marketing company. The girl on social media, on Instagram, has over 150,000 followers. Someone out there had the confidence to build a relationship with her and invite her to the coach opportunity. Or not the coach opportunity, to whatever their opportunity was. Jessie missed her chance. Don't let that be you. Go out there to your dream team list and plant that seed. Let them know that you want them on your team. Let them know why you are so fired up about this coach opportunity, because if you don't, somebody else will. And I cannot tell you how many coaches are on my team right now that went to high school with friends on other teams in the coach opportunity. Like other teams, other coaches that are probably on some of the teams on here, but I connected with them on social media and I invited them first. So don't be that person. Go out there. Let people know. Invite your challengers. Challengers are a great way to invite to the coach opportunity. And next up, call to action posts, or what we call CTAs, calls to action posts and regular posts. Invite those people that like your call to action post, that like your regular post, connect with them, send them a message. Thank you so much for liking my post and supporting me on my journey. It means so much to me when others support me. Are you on a fitness journey too? So easy to open a conversation with someone. See if they're on a fitness journey. If they're not on a fitness journey, say, most of the time people will tell me, I'm not on a fitness journey, but I want to be. How easy is that to invite them to a challenge group and then to invite them to the coach opportunity once they finish a challenge group, once you get them results? Another thing is call to action posts. Are you posting them? I make it a goal to post at least 2 call to action posts a week. At least 2. And that might seem like a lot, but here's the thing, guys. We are selling this house and we just bought another house. We've already closed on the other house, and I've been sharing about this journey of owning 2 homes and all the stress that comes with it and all the judgments that come with it. And I've been very public about it. And every time I post, probably my 10th post, I still have 5 people message me, oh, you're moving? Oh, what's going on? Do you still have the other house? And I think that I'm over posting about this journey. Like, I think that I'm just posting way too much. I'm not even posting enough. And for some reason, say we're on a vacation, right? And you share your vacation. You share every little excursion you go on. You share every little catamaran ride you go on. You snorkeling, and maybe you're in Hawaii. You share everything about your vacation. You overpost, and people love it. But then when it comes to the coach opportunity and sharing your story, sharing something that can change someone else's life, you second guess yourself and you don't share. You have to share on social media. If I scroll through your social media, if your last 5 posts, I cannot tell that you are a coach and that I can be one too, it's going to be really, really difficult for people to want to be on your team because they don't know that they can be on your team. They don't know that you're a coach. They don't know that they can join you. So if you go to your social media right now and you scroll through it, can we tell that you're a coach? And can we tell that we can be one too? And all you have to do is tell your story day to day. Share successes from your team. People like to see results. People like to know that you're succeeding. You do not have to be a 6-figure or 7-figure or income earner or a top coach to have success in your business. You have 1 client. You are successful. You have 1 coach. You are successful. Share that. You've lost 5 pounds. You were successful. We all have a story of success that is exactly where somebody else wants to be. The things that are so normal to you, someone else wants in your life, but they don't know you have it if you're not sharing it. So now we're getting into the exciting stuff on recruiting, how to invite. And I'm going to share with you exactly how I invite people to the coach opportunity. And it's very, very simple. And I learned it from listening to the national wake-up calls. So when I was a newer coach, Janelle Summers did a national wake-up call. And it was just a really small piece of the call, but I picked up on it and I implemented it immediately. And that is something that I want to share with you guys. Whatever you guys are hearing in all these training videos, take at least one thing and go and implement it into your business immediately. Take action on it immediately. Implement it all week long. Make it a habit in your business. That's how we grow. You don't take every single thing that you learn, get overwhelmed by it, and stay here in paralysis. You just take one. Take one thing or 2 things. Implement. I heard a training last week from another coach from Colleen Curtis. Her and I did a pop-up surge, and something she shared, and I went and implemented it immediately. Want to know how simple it was? It was birthday messages. I'm going to share this. This is kind of off topic, but send a birthday message. Don't post on someone's wall. When you post on someone's wall, everybody posts on someone's wall. How many people get a birthday message? You will open up so many more connections. When she said that, I was like, boom, I don't do that. So my assistant started sending birthday messages. I'm already connecting with more people. I heard one thing that I wasn't doing, and I implemented it immediately. And that's how you change your business. Every single week, implement something in your business that you aren't doing. Make that a habit. And before you know it, 5 years go by and you look like you have all this experience and expertise and you're confident and you're competent, but it's just one thing at a time. So how I invite, Janelle Summers she says, have you ever considered joining one of my fitness and nutrition groups? Have you ever considered becoming a coach? So when she said, have you ever considered becoming a coach, I changed it and made it my own. So what I do is I reach out to people, I give them a compliment. I compliment them on why, like something about their social media, something that I connect with them. So for example, I had a friend, and her and I were sitting at a coffee shop one day, and I had already left my full-time job. I was full-time coach. We were sitting there. I think it was like a Thursday morning. She called in sick to work. So we're sitting outside this coffee shop, and she goes, Christy, like, we're having to sit around the corner and hide because if my boss or coworkers see me, they are going to flip because I called in sick and I'm supposed to be sick right now. And she said, I really just wish I could have your life. Like, I wish I could have this freedom that you have. Gosh, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll open a coffee shop. And I'm sitting there going, this is my friend. This is my friend that I train for Ironman with. We're on like 5, 6, 7 hour bike rides with. And she doesn't get that she can be a coach too. Okay, number one, I'm failing. I need to post more about the coach opportunity. And number two, I need to post more call to action posts that other people can do this too, that they can join and have the same life that I do too. So she says to me, I should just open a coffee shop, because I just want more freedom in my life. And I'm like, no. So I was still pretty new to this, and I didn't feel comfortable just inviting her right then. Now I do. We all grow. I wish I would have felt confident saying it in person, but I didn't. So I went home. I immediately messaged her, and I said, hey, Whit, I know we were talking today about you having more freedom and like opening a coffee shop. And I really don't think a coffee shop is going to give you the freedom that you're looking for, but you're really into fitness. You're so motivational. You have the biggest heart. And I know that you would be an asset to our coaching team. Have you ever considered becoming a coach? If you're not interested, no worries. It won't hurt my feelings. I just really think you'd make an incredible addition to our team. She messaged me back and she's like, oh my gosh, yes, send me more information. So what I did there in my invite was one, I complimented her. I told her why I want her on the team. 2, I said, have you ever considered becoming a coach? And then 3, I let her off the hook. I said, if you want to say no, that's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I want people to know that I'm going to love them either way. I'm going to love them whether they say yes or no to me. I have no expectations for them to say yes. I have no expectations for them to say no, but I know how this opportunity changes lives, and I want to make sure that I'm letting everyone else know that it can change their life too. That is my job. So, have you ever considered? Super simple. Next thing, she was interested, so what do? And I use this same technique with inviting to the coach opportunity all the time. I send a third-party tool. Now, when I was a brand new coach, I used to send an opportunity webinar of Doug Fitzgerald's, and I did that for 3 years. I sent a third-party tool that somebody else had created. Now, I send the What is Coaching audio that I created. And if you're comfortable, your coach might have something, a What is Coaching audio or a webinar or a live video or something that you can send to your coach prospect. However, I now recorded my own What is Coaching audio, and if you want to do the same, you totally can. What I did was in our Coach Online office, there's a PowerPoint presentation for the opportunity, for the coach opportunity. And I went and I got that PowerPoint presentation and I wrote it out in my own words on a Google Drive, on a Google Doc. And then I used freeconferencecalling.com and I recorded an audio. It tells my story at the beginning and then it goes through all the different basics of the coach opportunity. That's how I did it. I didn't have a coach that like you guys all have this opportunity to learn from all of us, which is so incredible. Please take it and run with it, because I didn't have a coach that gave me that type of information. I didn't have a coach telling me where to find things. I didn't have a coach telling me what they did to become successful. I literally just had to figure it out. But I send my own What is Coaching audio. When I send that audio, I say, please, first I told her, if I send this to you today, can you take a look at it today or tomorrow? And we can connect for coffee on Wednesday or Thursday. And she goes, yeah, of course, I'll look at it. So before I send the What is Coaching audio to anyone, I make sure that they know that there's a time frame. There's a time limit. It's important. I need them to listen to it, because if you don't, people will just put it off. They'll put it off until next week, till next month, till life slows down. And we all know life does not slow down. And they don't know that this is a solution for their life yet. We do, but they don't know that yet. So then I get on the phone with them. I schedule a time once they've listened to the What is Coaching audio, and I get on the phone and I ask questions of them. I try to do as little talking as possible. So the first question that I ask them is, what interests you in the coach opportunity? Why are you interested? I want to hear what it is that they're interested in. So if they do ask me questions, I know how to answer those questions. If somebody is super interested in the community and just going after their fitness goals and they just want to be surrounded by like-minded people, I am not going to talk about the income. If somebody is super interested because they want a fitness business and they want to earn an income and they want freedom in their life, I'm going to talk about the income. So you have to listen to what people want so you know what parts of your story to share with them, or maybe sharing my story or your upline story or a coach on your team story. You have to know what stories to tell them, but you have to listen to them to know what to tell them. So number one, what interests them in the opportunity? Number two, what did they like best about the audio? What did they like best about it? And if it's something to do with work, then I'll ask them, well, what do you do for work? How long have you worked there? I connect with a lot of people who want to get out of their jobs, because that was me. I wanted to get out of my job, and I'm always telling that story of wanting to leave my full-time job. So I attract a lot of people who want to leave their full-time jobs. So what do you do? Why don't you like your job? What would be your goals for the next year, next 2 years? What time frame would you like to leave your job? And then I'll ask them, how much, are you familiar with Beachbody? Have you tried any of our programs? What programs have you tried? What did you think of them? Get them talking. A lot of times they'll tell you, my mom or my dad has finished P90X and crushed it. Or I had someone the other day, I've been using Shakeology for 3 years. I'm like, how has no one invited her to the coach opportunity already? There are people out there like that. So ask questions, get to know them, get to know what they want, so you know how this opportunity fits in to be a solution for them. The last question that I ask them is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in the coach opportunity? On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in the coach opportunity? If they tell me they're an 8, I'm going to ask, why are you an 8 as opposed to a 10? They'll tell you their hesitations. They'll tell you their fears. They'll tell you their doubts. And for me, if I can answer that fear and doubt and they seem ready to get started, then I'll ask them, if you were to get started as a coach, when would you want to get started? If you were to get started as a coach, when would you want to get started? And I schedule that time to sign them up. I do that because I find people get busy. And a lot of times if I just send people information and here you go, they continue to get busy and busy and busy and busy and busy and put it off. They put off their goals and dreams because they really don't believe that their goals and dreams are possible yet. They don't have a strong enough why and vision for their life yet. So for me, I find it really important that I schedule times with them to help walk them through signups. I have a better sign-up ratio that way. You have to do what works for you. You can use the app, or you can send them the link, or whatever it may be, but that's what works really well for me. If they say they're a 7 as opposed to a 10 and they still seem hesitant, I tell them that I'm going to send them more information based on their hesitations that speak to their hesitation, another third-party tool. Maybe it's something I created, maybe it's something another coach created, but something that speaks to their hesitations and their objections. And then I schedule time to follow up with them. I always schedule the next time to follow up with them. And that leads me into the next piece of this. Things to do when it comes to inviting to the coach opportunity. Be you. Don't try to be somebody else. And I know this is so hard. You look at people, you look at all the incredible leaders that have already gone, Jessica Pisola, Meg Wazinski, Lindsay Matway, like all of the trainees you've already heard, right? And you compare yourself and you think, I can't be like them. And you can't. Because you're you, and you have a really special, incredible, and unique story that's going to relate to people in a way that my story doesn't. That's going to relate to people in a way that every other coach's story doesn't, right? And you are special and unique, and if you are trying to be somebody else, you are not allowing the world to see you. Guys, this took me forever. This took me forever and held me back in my coach business for years. I was stuck. I was the person that ranked to 5-star diamond and fell back to diamond. I was the person that got back to 5-star diamond and then sat at 5-star diamond for 2 years without advancing. And you want to know the biggest thing that held me back? Was I didn't believe in me just being me. And as I looked back, and now this is going to make me cry, I looked back as a child growing up, and I was that kid, super introverted, and I had friends, I had a lot of friends, but I didn't want to say anything that would offend anybody. I didn't want to say anything that would cause people to judge me. I didn't want to say anything where people would think differently or disagree with my beliefs, and so I just didn't say anything. And so it was really hard for me to be me because I was so afraid of judgment. I get it. But as soon as I just spoke from my heart, from my thoughts, from what I was going through, and just sharing my story and telling my story, my business exploded. When I started getting vulnerable on social media, when I started getting vulnerable when I was talking to people and sharing those dark secrets, those parts that you don't want to share, the parts about me being suicidal, that's hard to share. That's hard to say that I wanted to end my life. Because I look at that girl then, and I am so glad that she had people around her that cared enough to be there in those moments. Because I don't want to think what would have happened if I didn't. And it started with someone inviting me to do a sprint triathlon and getting me out of bed every single day. He would come to my apartment and he would pull me out of bed and he would make me work out. And it seems small, but that completely changed my life. That completely changed the course of my life. It could have ended much differently. And we have a gift, and if you guys are holding it in your mouth and you're not sharing those deep, dark parts of you that are scary and hard to share, people will not connect with you because they're going through struggles of their own, thinking that they're alone. And we know they're not alone. We know that we all struggle, but you have to put it out there. You have to be you. You have to share those hard parts. Use call to actions frequently. And I want you guys, call to action for you is to post a call to action about the coach opportunity to your Facebook this week, today, preferably today, but if maybe it doesn't fit in with your social media today, post it this week and post in the comments a link to your call to action post. Do overcome objections using social media. Every single day, if you are doing your vital behaviors, if you're doing your workout, if you're drinking your shake, if you're posting to social media, if you're inviting people, if you're connecting with people, you're going to have objections. You're going to have hesitations. Perfect. Hesitations are an opportunity. Change your mindset towards those objections. It's an opportunity for you to go to your social media and share your story and overcome that objection publicly. Because if you have run into one person telling you that objection, there are probably 20 other people that didn't respond to you because they have that same objection, but they're just too afraid to say it. The other thing with objections and hesitations is the objections and hesitations you're getting are usually going to be everything that you feared and had objections and hesitations on as a brand new coach. It's the mirror effect. Until you have complete confidence in those things and you can see that confidence coming through in your social media and in your behind the scenes when you're connecting with people and building relationships with people, you are going to have that. If you doubt this opportunity, anyone you invite is going to doubt this opportunity. If you have hesitations about the cost of Shakeology, everyone you connect with most everyone is going to have hesitations about the cost of Shakeology. Whatever those objections are, maybe you don't know how to answer them yet. That's okay. YouTube. Go to YouTube, search the objection. I bet you there are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 videos from coaches in the network telling you exactly how to answer that objection. Go through, educate yourself on that objection, because until you have confidence and belief in it and you can answer it publicly on social media, you're just going to run into those same objections over and over and over again. Do follow up with people. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. 90% of people don't follow up. 80% of sales are made on the 5th or the 12th contact, and 90% of people do not follow up. Follow up with people. Next, do use a tracking system. There's so many different ways to track out there. My favorite is Team Z. I like Team Z for the simple fact that I am really lazy when it comes to setting up tracking systems. I have tried for years and I never follow through with them, and I've missed a lot of people because of that. And when Team Z came out, it was so easy. I was like, oh my gosh, download my Facebook contacts, put it up there, download my email list, put it in there. This is so easy. This is so awesome. There are tons of things. There's Streak. You can find Streak on YouTube. Other coaches have shown you how to do it. I just get way too overwhelmed. Remember how I said earlier, like I'll listen to a training and I'll implement one or two things, simple things that I can change in my business. And then I make them habit, and then I do more training, I implement one or two, and I make them habit. Streak was just too confusing and overwhelming. Maybe it works for you. And I have an engineer brain. My first degree was architectural engineering. I don't know. It's just really confusing to me because I want to be in the trenches. I want to be in phase one. I want to be inviting. I want to be connecting with people. I want to be building relationships. I want to be out there helping people change their life. And so I don't want to spend a bunch of time on tracking. So Team Z works really well for me because it reminds me who to follow up with every single day. It gives me that follow-up list. I love it. Check it out. So do use a tracking system. Do not put all your coaching eggs in one basket. Do not put all your coaching eggs in one basket. Guys, in my second year of coaching, I signed up 2 coaches that were total rock stars. They were growing faster than I had ever grown. One of my coaches was 4-star qualifying in 4 months. Super solid 4-star qualifying, mind you. Like, her coaches were just rocking it with her. She was building to diamond at the same time they were building to diamond. She was doing amazing things. She was connecting with people, building relationships. She was doing amazing, and the haters and doubters, she didn't have a strong enough mindset. And she stopped. And then I had another rock star, and she was 2-star qualifying in 6 months, and she stopped. Just stopped showing up. Both of them disappeared, stopped talking to me, One of them was a really good friend of mine. She was supposed to be in my wedding. Wasn't in my wedding. Didn't come. Stopped talking to me. Guys, I have setbacks too. And I told you I was a people pleaser, and it was really hard for me when she stopped showing up because she was a really good friend of mine. And I didn't care if she didn't want to build the business. I didn't care if she had doubts or fears or setbacks or whatever it was. Like, I wanted to be there for her. And she just stopped. She's still a coach, but she's just an active coach. Do not put all your coaching eggs in one basket. When we said at the beginning, stay in phase one, like, you have to stay in phase one. You always have to be growing your team. You always have to be recruiting new coaches to your team. Because some people, life just happens. Life happens and they put it on the back burner because their mindset's not strong enough, or they find something else, or whatever it may be. But I will always be here. I will always be here in phase one, finding new coaches, because this is a gift that is too good to hold in my mouth. Do not go missing in action. If you are all in, posting to social media, inviting, you're doing it all 1 month, and the next month you're out, the next month you're not posting to social media, the next month you've disappeared, the next month you're not doing your workouts, the next month nobody knows where you went, your followers notice. They notice. They lose confidence in you. And there's a coach in here right now, and I want to call her out, and she knows who she is, but she said to me the other day, she goes, Christy, I'm inviting so much. I'm talking with all these people and nobody's getting back to me. Nobody's responding to me. I'm getting no responses. No one's signing up with me. I don't know what to do. What am I doing wrong? And I was like, you haven't been all in. You're all in 1 month and all out the next. And that's what your followers see. That's what your friends and family see. That's what all those people see. They can't build trust if you're in and then out and then in and then out. Because guys, we all know how to give up. But the consistency and the persistence is what inspires people. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to hit every single goal, but you have to show up. So don't go missing in action. And the last thing that I want to leave you guys with, because I've already gone way too long, is for me, with the coach opportunity, I do it this way. Everyone's different. Maybe you invite 2 to 3 people a day to the coach opportunity. I don't know what that is for you. For me, I bulk invite. And what I mean by that is, when I was a newer coach, I was probably 2 years in, I would just sit down on a Monday and I would go through my list and I would see how many people I could invite in an hour. I would invite 40 people in an hour. And I would just, my have you ever considered? And then the next morning I wake up and I'd have all these people responding back to me and I'd be in all these conversations. The reason why I did that is because for me personally, the 2 to 3 a day really got to my heart. When I would invite 2 people and they didn't respond or they said no, it was hard. It was hard in the beginning to hear that. And so I didn't want to just do 2 to 3 a day, because if I did 2 to 3 a day, it hurt. But if I did 40, then all of a sudden I would be in all these conversations, following up with people, connecting with people that I didn't notice, the people who didn't respond to me. They just went on a follow-up list. They just went up on a follow-up list, and then when I went to follow up with them, I was like, oh yeah, they didn't respond. And I would follow up with them. So I love Team Z for that, because it tells me when to follow up. Because every time I connect or invite someone, they go on that follow-up list, whether that's a week or 2 weeks or a month out. So they're on that list for follow-ups. You don't have to do that. But you need to find a system that works for you to invite to the coach opportunity consistently. I see too many of you say, I'm going to go diamond this month. And diamond is a mindset. You all can go diamond this month. Every single one of you can go diamond this month. If you push comfort zones and you show up and you make it happen, you can go diamond this month. I know you can. But some of you say that, and then it says you've invited 0 people to the coach opportunity. Real talk, guys, that's not going to work. Or you say, yeah, I need 10 coaches to go diamond this month, and you're inviting 2 a day. And maybe 2 a day works for you. If you invite 2 people a day to the coach opportunity and you get to the end of the month and you have 5 people that have said yes and that was your goal, that works for you. But if you're like me and you invite more. I invite more. I've always invited more. So as a new coach, I would invite 10 to 15 people a day at least. But like I said, I did most of mine in bulk inviting at the beginning of the week so I could follow up with everyone throughout the week. But if you're doing that and you get to the end of the month and you've signed up 10 people, awesome. But if you get to the end of the month and you didn't hit your goals, guys, you should be tracking this. What do you need to change to make your goals happen? See, I see coaches that say they want to sign up 5 coaches in a month, and then they invite 2 people a day. They get to the end of the month and they've signed up 1 coach. That tells me that you need to invite 10 people a day. Because if you invite 2 people a day and you sign up 1 coach and your goal is 10 people a day, and your goal is 5 coaches for the month, then you need to invite 10 a day to get 5 people for the month based on your results. So you really need to track yourself to look back and see, okay, what are my results? When I'm connecting with and inviting this many people, how many people are actually signing up with me? Is that the goal I had in mind? If it's not, what do you need to change to actually reach that goal? It's really simple, guys. So I want you guys to do 2 things. 1, your call to action. Do a coach call to action post today. That's number 1. Number 2, how many people are you connecting with? I want you to answer this below. How many people are you connecting with or inviting a day? And how many coaches are you signing up per month? See, as a brand new coach, my goal was 2 to 5 coaches a month. I was working full time. I was training for an Ironman triathlon, another 20 to 30 hours a week sometimes. And then I was building this business on the side. My goal was 2 to 5 coaches because that's how many people I could give time, energy, and effort to help. Now my goal is 10 to 15 new coaches a month. I've improved. I've grown. But you have to track yourself to grow. You have to reflect and see where you can make improvements. Because if you want to attract an incredible rock star coach to your team, you have to be that incredible rock star coach. If you think diamond takes a year, it's probably going to take you 2 years, and then all of your team is going to think that it's going to take them 2 years to get to diamond. If you think you can go diamond in 60, 90 days, 30 days, you can do it. And then that is what is possible. That's what your team sees as possible for them. They are going to follow you. I would rather grow fast so that I can show my team what is possible. But you have to decide what you want. What do you want for your business? How many people are you going to invite and connect with today? How many people are you going to sponsor to your business this month? I love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make sure that you are checking in and getting everything you can out of this training. Guys, this is a 7-figure plus training. Like, there's 9 of us. You're probably getting like $9-10 million training all in 6 weeks. You get to learn from incredible leaders for 6 weeks. Use it. Abuse it. Because I didn't get to. And I'm so jealous and envious of you guys that you guys get this. So use it, rock it, implement it, take action. Let's see how many of you can be diamond in the last week of this training, because you all can. In fact, I wish all of you would do it, but it starts here. It starts in your mind. It starts that you have to believe in you. Love you guys. Have a wonderful week and hope you all had a great weekend.